Hello everyone and welcome back to another video, or welcome if you're new. I'm Cora and today we are back with another CC haul. I have done a bunch of these, we're like at the 10th of these videos. As always, I have added different categories and numbers for each item of CC, so it should be fairly easy for you to find what you are looking for. There is tons of CC this time, especially clothing. There's so much clothing that I found and a lot of male clothing as well, which is always great because I definitely lack male CC in my game. As always in these videos, I'm just gonna say it now, I'm not gonna upload all of this CC as a zip file because it is against CC creators' TOUs. Please just go and read them before you download anything. It's obviously their work, so I can't just upload it if they don't want me to, so that's the reason why I'm even doing like all of this work for the CC videos, because otherwise I could just showcase it, zip it up in a file, and would be done within like a few minutes. But this video has actually taken me all day. It is now like 6 p.m. and I have been working since like 10:30, with just a quick breakfast break around 12 and then just like worked all day. So yeah, that is why I'm not gonna zip it into a file. Trust me, it's easier for me too. But anyways, we have to, you know, honor the work of the CC creators, because obviously The Sims wouldn't be as great as it is with CC. And yeah, I'm actually like super excited about everything I got. A lot of times there's like a few things where I'm like uncertain about, and maybe like after the CC haul I go through everything and see what I want to keep in my game. I actually haven't done that in forever and I definitely need to, because my CC folder is ginormous. And I really need to get rid of some stuff. Also totally forgot to mention, but the CC links are obviously, as always, in the description down below. You can either find them on a Google Doc or my Tumblr, whichever you prefer. I definitely think I prefer the Google Doc. It just looks a little bit neater than I can make it look on Tumblr, but whichever you prefer, really, they both work. Yeah, I totally forgot to mention that. But yeah, all the CC I got, as you know, I've taken like a very long break from YouTube videos, so I've been gone for like 5 months or something. I haven't really played The Sims in the meantime. I've only done a few builds because I love building in The Sims. I haven't really shown as much of it recently on my channel because I feel like you guys enjoy the cast videos more and the CC videos, but I also think in the future I do want to upload more build videos because I just really enjoy it and it changes things up, you know, from time to time. I just really enjoy it, especially exteriors of buildings. I love them. I think it's so relaxing to just sit down and build and listen to a podcast. But anyways, getting back to what I wanted to say, I'm getting sidetracked a lot today, wow, and we're in for like a 30-minute voiceover, so buckle up, we're in for a wild ride. Anyways, I haven't done a lot of CC shopping, you know, I haven't done 5 months of CC shopping pretty much, so I was like way behind on all of the new CC that came out. So obviously I checked out all of my favorite people first. A lot of people haven't uploaded either, so it was kind of funky to see that they must have taken a break when I took a break, so that's kind of weird. You know, maybe it was like, I don't know, a phase of planets or some, you know, science-y, not science-y stuff. Let's forget I ever mentioned this. Anyways, so yeah, a lot of them have taken breaks and didn't upload anything new, but there's a lot of new stuff from Clumsy Alien that I haven't had in my game before, and is just amazing. Like, a lot of these things, when I saw them, I got so excited about, because, you know, usually I do these type of videos like once a month whenever there is enough CC for me to showcase, because usually these CC videos are around like 100 items-ish. This time I had to stop myself around 200 items. I was like, no, come on, Corey, you need to stop CC shopping now. It's gonna get out of hand. That's the reason why this video is so much longer as well. I think usually they're around 20 minutes, and I could have sped up these little clips where I showcase all of the CC, but I didn't want to, because when I did it once, because I thought it's boring to watch me just like flip and turn my Sims for whatever many minutes. A lot of you said that it was too fast and you couldn't see it properly, so I just did it like that. You can always, you know, skip certain parts, and I know a lot of people just click this video and then get all the links and click off again, which is fine, but sad because I've spent spend so much time making it and adding the numbers, but you know, there's some people who just want the CC. I get it, it's fine. Usually when I do that and I don't want to listen to the video, I always just turn off the sound and let the video run in the background, because I know how much work goes into it. So I'm like, no, I want these creators to get the watch time they deserve. So I do that. I totally get not always being in the mood for like a 30-minute video, but hopefully since you've had a long break for me, you know, you can bear with me for the next 25 minutes. We can do it. I have a lot to talk about. There's a lot going on. So apart from the CC that we got, that is gorgeous, we had a new stuff pack coming out 3 days ago. Was that Wednesday? I think it was a Wednesday. You know, pandemics, no one leaves the house, no one knows what day it is exactly, but it came out on the 26th, and I got it a day later or something. I have to admit, I wasn't really hyped for it. Stuff packs aren't really, I mean, they add a few objects and things, but a lot of times they don't add too much playable content, so I don't even bother. And I haven't played The Sims in like so long that I was like, it's fine, I'll get it whenever I'm gonna do a build. But I actually quite like the stuff pack. I was kind of surprised because I'm not really into like supernatural stuff in The Sims. I think people who watch me frequently would know this because I talk about it a lot whenever new packs come out. I'm like, I just want more realistic stuff. You know, I just want to have a boring old family. I don't want vampires, I don't want ghosts. But I think this pack was actually a little bit more intriguing because I just thought like ghost hunting-ish things would be really fun. And I remember when we had to vote for different stuff packs back when we voted for Nifty Knitting, I also thought that the ghost hunting thing would be a cool stuff pack idea, and it's just a stuff pack, so I don't really get too bothered about what it is because, you know, it doesn't add a lot of content to the game, so it's fine. But I was actually surprised when I got in because all of the Creator Sim items are actually really nice. Like, they're very nicely done and they have a lot of good swatches, and I just really enjoyed them. And I feel like they're very stylized, and it totally fits the image I have of like a spiritual sim, you know, or like a spiritual person in real life, I guess. And I just got really excited about it. I started a new save game? What? A save file? Yeah, that's the word. And I started with the sim that I made in the last video that I called Spiritual... What did I call her? Spiritual... Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. Let's check this right now. I called her Spiritual Designer, that's it. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. But anyways, I changed her traits around a little bit just to fit the scheme a little bit more. I was actually a little bit confused because I don't think this pack is as straightforward as other packs, so I didn't really get how to do things at first, but eventually got into it. I didn't have too much time because I was tired as well and went to bed and then read a little before bed and couldn't play for that long, so I only tried out a few things. I also looked at the objects and built a starter home for my sim, you know, using the platforms, which is also another thing that happened in the time that I wasn't uploading videos, so haven't talked about that to all of you. That is like old news. But platforms, they're really hard to use. I was really confused on how to use them for the first few builds, but I think I've kind of gotten the hang of it a little bit now, and it's just really exciting because I'm just a girl who loves like sunken living rooms, that's the word. I'm also really hungry because I've only had breakfast and we ordered pizza, so don't worry, I will feed myself in just a few minutes. And I'm really excited because they have this like amazing vegan pizza at Domino's here that I have been obsessed with. A lot of you will hate this because I add pineapples to my pizza. Guilty as charged. I love pineapple on pizza. It's actually like my favorite topping on a pizza, so yeah, please don't kill me. It's fine. Like, I think I don't know, I don't really get mad about what people eat, you know. I'm quite normal, I think, usually with my eating habits. I eat almost everything anyways, so I don't know. I mean, I hate olives, that's the one thing that I really can't stand, but I would never complain if someone else likes them, you know. You do you, boo, but it's just not for me. But pineapples on pizza though, oh, they're so good. I love it so much. But anyways, they put like this vegan chicken alternative on it and some vegan cheese and like a curry sauce on top of the tomato sauce, and it's just delightful. I think it has peppers and onions on it too, and it's just so good. I mean, what else can I expect? You know, it's just greasy and carbs, so it's amazing. Actually, it's a funny story. My sister and I and my mom played a game recently where, like, we call it taboo. It's just, you have to explain a word that you have on a card in front of you, and there's different words underneath the word you have to explain that you can't use to explain that word. So for example, if you'd have to explain like banana, you couldn't say yellow and fruit and maybe, I don't know, monkeys, I guess. That's like very, you know, a very fast association you make with bananas, I feel like, or is it just me? But yeah, you can use those words to explain it to your teammates. And my sister tried to explain like vitamins to me. And she was like, okay, you eat it and it's really important. And I just like blurted out, I was like, carbs. And that just like literally shows my freaking food pyramid, because it starts with like carbs, you know, carbs is my thing. I don't understand how people do low carb. I know that I think there's like different types of eating habits, thingies, groups of people, you know, that need different things. But for example, protein, I feel like it never fills me up. I do realize that carbs fill me up nicely though. Protein usually, when I just eat protein to fill up when I'm hungry, it makes me feel sick instead of full. Like I just eat it until I'm like, ugh, I really don't want this anymore. Also being pescatarian, I almost never eat fish. I kind of made it a thing to only eat it when I'm out rather than when I'm at home. And I mean, I love tofu, so that's totally fine by me. So, you know, it's it's like the types of protein that I can eat now are at least things that don't make me feel sick, because I do love tofu and I love beans and all of that stuff, so it's fine. But carbs are just my life. What about you? Maybe you just love fats, you know, maybe you're just like, oh my god, I just want to spoon avocados all day. I do like fats as well, not gonna lie, but who doesn't, you know, who doesn't like fried stuff? If you don't like fried things and you've listened this far, can you tell me why? Like, I don't think it's a normal thing to not like things that have been fried, because I feel like it just gives me all of the happy hormones there is. Just makes me feel good, okay? But anyways, also talking about my family, it's my sister's birthday tomorrow, so I'm going to my mom's and then meet my sister and her boyfriend there. It's all good. We all don't really go out. My mom's doing home office. My sister has been like doing work from home ever since March, I believe. March last year, that is, obviously. And I don't leave the house. I mean, I don't go anywhere. So I'm good. I do take all of the precautions. Obviously, I think it's super important to get through this time. I think it's like super hard for a lot of people. So I'm hoping it's gonna come to an end eventually, but all we can do now, you know, is be careful, and I am. But anyways, stopping that topic because no one wants to hear about the big C anymore. We're going to my mom's, and I got my sister like a present that is pretty bold, I think. Because I got her these, like, they're called black stories. That's like my safe choice because we've talked about it last time we saw each other. It's just pretty much like a story that you read out to a person, and it's usually only like the ending of a story, and usually it's about someone who dies or hurt themselves or, like, you know, something dark. That's why they're called black stories. And then the other people have to guess what happened without really getting any clues, unless the person who read what happened gives out clues. But usually you just have to start by, like, you know, being like, was it an accident? You know, was someone involved in it? Just stuff like that until you finally reach the point where it's like, yeah, we finally got to where we want it to be, and like guessed how the ending, or like guessed, I guess, the first parts to the ending. I'm really crappy at explaining these things. I'm sorry. You can probably just Google it. I don't know. I don't know if it's an English thing or if it's just a German game. I do know that there's an English edition that you can buy. So I don't know, maybe it started in England or America anyways, because usually these things do. But I got her that because we both love it. My mom hates it. My mom is like really opposite to me, I feel like, with these things. I love guessing games and I love discussing things. And my mom is like, because we do discuss a lot in our family, just like about random topics. We don't really argue, even though I feel like me and my stepdad are like a little bit different. So a lot of times I think we bump heads, but we don't really argue. Like we always figure it out and, you know, just talk about it in a calm tone of voice. I guess you do get a little bit louder when you discuss. I don't know if everyone does, but my family and like my friends definitely do. Not even in a mean way or like aggressive way, just generally talk louder when you discuss, I guess. And my mom hates it. She's always like, oh, can we stop discussing now? And I'm like, yeah, let's get back to some like, you know, really irrelevant topics like I love food. And I just think it's funny because I love discussing and like these guessing games. My mom absolutely hates that game, so I decided to buy it for my sister so she can either play it with her boyfriend, because he also said that he really likes games like that, or I can go over there for like a game night, you know, play with them. That would be fun. And then I also got her something, it must have been the weirdest message that I sent to her boyfriend, because he like half lives at hers, kind of, so I think he like knows a few more things than I do. So I asked him, I was like, so do you know if my sister is like cold a lot of times, and if not, what does she like to read? Because I just had this idea of getting her a heated blanket, because I am the proud owner of a wonderful dark blue and white heated blanket. It is super fluffy and it's the best thing ever, especially in winter. I do use it occasionally in other seasons as well. I know I'm crazy. I always get cold at home. I don't know what it is. Also, if you're on your period, it's like just amazing if you're cramping and are just able to wrap up in a warm blanket. Oh, it's the best thing. I like suggest it to anyone out there. Honestly, I want to buy it for everyone. And I think it's a really great present because it's just made my life so much better having a heated blanket. It's so great. If you're outside, you know, those days where you just go for a walk in the cold or something, and do you know that type of coldness where you feel like you're cold to your bones and you cannot heat up, and you get wrapped up in like some comfy clothes at home, put over a blanket, and you still can't manage to heat up? That is why a heated blanket is great, you know. I feel like I'm selling this. If there's any heated blanket companies, I don't know, out there, you know, hit me up. I do think it's like one of my favorite things in the world. But anyways, I didn't get paid for this, sadly. But heated blankets are the best. Let's stop talking about it now. I got her one and I hope she likes it. If not, I feel like my sister's also that type of person who's like, isn't that dangerous? Like, isn't it gonna set on fire? And I have to be like, dude, it's 2021, you know? These things don't just set on fire anymore. You're good. You can even put them in the freaking washing machine, you know. We are in the future. You can use a heated blanket without dying because you set your bed on fire. You're good. They also have a timer. Mine has like, I think a 3-hour max. I got her a better one actually, and they're quite expensive. I think the one I got for her was like 60 something euros. So she better likes it. Because if not, I'll just take it back. I'll be like, right, okay, I'm gonna have 2 heated blankets now, or give one to my best friend because, you know, everyone needs one. Let me know if you have a heated blanket. I feel like I don't know anyone else who has one. I'm like the only person with a heated blanket that I know, but it is so great. And I feel like my cat, he also really loves it. Like whenever I turn it on, he's like super excited when he comes for a cuddle, even though I do unplug it when he cuddles with me and I have it on, because I just get scared that don't know, I think this is really weird, but I feel like he's really old. I feel like his heart might stop because of like the electronics, like the electricity going through it. I don't think it would happen. I think it's just like a weird thought in my head, but it freaks me out, so I just unplug it. I'm like, no. I don't want this. Also, talking about my cat, he has all of a sudden turned into like a grandpa. It's really weird. He's gonna turn 16 in like 1.5 months, I guess. And, well, almost 1 month actually. So he's really old anyways. Hold on, no, I made a mistake. it's not March, it's May that he was born. So it's, hold on, it's the end of, so it's February, so that's 3 months. I can do math, I promise. So 3 months, but you know, he's almost 16, which is quite old for a cat. Usually our cats have died when they were 12, which I thought for the longest time that, you know, it was like a bad spell that someone put on our cats, so they all died at the age of 12. But knocking on wood, our cat is 15, turning 16 soon, and overnight he has turned into a grandpa. One day he was like walking really weirdly, so we kept an eye on it, and he just stopped doing it, so we think it's fine. He can walk, he's fine. He's not in pain, he's like still cuddling and eating and stuff, but he can't really, or he doesn't really want to jump up things anymore, you know. He's like super weird. He like goes up to the sofa now and drags himself onto it, and I know he can use his back legs, so I'm really confused. He also jumps on like my chair and stuff, so he still does that, but some things he just like pulls himself up with his front paws now, which I just don't understand. But he's fine, or at least he seems to be fine, and he is not the type of cat you want to take to a vet's for no good reason, you know. Because he really hates it. I feel like it's so much stress to him that I only take him if we really have to, you know. Before we had to get like a blood test for his kidneys, but he had to be put to sleep for the vet to be able to draw his blood because he just won't let anyone get near him. So it is a bit of a hustle. And then he also doesn't like other cats. He doesn't seem to mind dogs that much, weirdly. Like, he doesn't really get scared of them, but cats, he just gets super freaked out. He's also the weirdest cat because if you didn't know, I live like in a capital city, so if we go to the vets, we have to like cross all of these really busy roads that are super loud, and usually, you know, cats would hide in their transportation box or whatever they're called, and we always put like a towel in there so he can cozy up if he wants to. And my former cats used to hide under the towel even if we drove them to a vet's in a car. They hated it. But Kami is like, he sits in his box, and the louder it is, the more curious he gets. Like, I don't get why, but he's like super weirdly curious for a cat and not at all scared of noise or anything. He loves it. He's like looking at everyone walking around. I feel like he just feels very protected in that box, you know. Yet loves it if you walk through the city with him. If you guys have a cat, let me know how they... Oh, I have to move on my chair. Sorry if you hear squeaking noises. Let me know how they react if you have to take them to the vets, because I know a lot of cats are like scared but fine, but my cat gets really feisty. Like, he would bite you if you would touch him if he doesn't want it. He also like would probably... I mean, he doesn't really bite me, so I don't know if he would, because I always leave him alone if he doesn't want to be pet. I do usually, when I pet him, I'm usually allowed to like pet him for 3 or 4 pets. It's like seconds probably, until he like looks at me in a really angry way, and I'm like, yeah, I'll leave you alone now, you know, I love you. Or like I'm allowed to pick him up as well and stuff, and he's not at all aggressive towards me or my best friend, but he doesn't really like strangers, and he makes a point of that, and he doesn't like to be touched when it's not time to be touched for him. You know, he's one of those cats who just cuddles when he wants to cuddle, which is very normal cat behavior, I feel like, and I don't really mind it. I don't know. I know a lot of times like people who have dogs don't like cats because they come to cuddle on their own terms, but I just feel like it's a very normal thing to do. Like, you don't exactly just touch random people all the time if they don't want to be touched, you know. Not everyone wants to be touched all the time, so I think it's totally valid that he doesn't want me to touch him 24/7, and he also likes his alone time, yet he just chill with me a lot of the time. My PC is in the living room, and he loves to just chill on the sofa behind me, and it's the cutest thing. And he also loves to lay like in front of my keyboard and make my life hard because I can't type or like move my mouse properly. And he purrs super loud when he does it as well. It's really cute. Yeah, I do talk about my cat a lot, I feel like. I'm sorry. If you don't like cats, I'm sorry. I mean, they're cute. I can't really help you if you don't like them, because I don't know. I feel like a lot of times I've talked about this to my best friend as well recently. She was like, I feel like a lot of dog people really don't like cats, whilst a lot of cat people don't mind dogs. Like, they think they're cute, but they just prefer cats or prefer owning a cat over owning a dog, which I do. I'm way too lazy for a dog. You know, cats need attention, they need cozy time. I also think for my anxiety and stuff, it's way better to have a cat. Like, he just calms me down so much when he like lays down on your chest and purrs and rubs his head on my head. It's just such a relaxing thing. And dog barks kind of just like scare me. I mean, I'm not scared of dogs, but like just kind of like make me feel unsettled. Is that a word? Unsettled, uncomfortable, you know, just a bit like creeped out. So it wouldn't be the best thing for me. And then cats, obviously you need to play with them. Our cat is really old. He doesn't really want to play anymore. Like, I can try everything I want, but he's not gonna play with me much. Sometimes I get him to play for like a minute or so, but then he just gets bored. And obviously they need food and you need to do their litter box and stuff, but I think cats are a really chill pet to have, honestly. And we've had cats all my life, so I'm just kind of used to it, and dogs just seem like so much work to me. It's like a crazy amount of work. I don't get it. I don't get how people wake up super early in the morning, every morning, to walk their dog. I feel like they need loads of attention. I mean, you shouldn't really leave cats alone for really long periods of times, especially if it's just one cat that you have. I also don't think you're supposed to only have one cat. I feel like when I was younger, people used to believe that, you know, cats like to be by themselves and they're loners and, you know, all those type of things. So a lot of people just owned one cat. And I feel like nowadays everyone is like, no, you need two cats. You know, they do like to be social and cuddle with each other and, I don't know, do cat things with each other. But our cat, we got him from someone else when he was like 11, I think, so he wasn't used to any other cats, so it would be a hustle to put him with other cats, you know, that wouldn't be what he likes. So that's why he's a lonely cat and has all of his social interaction with us, but we're home all the time anyways, so it's fine. But I feel like dogs you can't leave alone for like even a few hours. It's, you know, a bit tricky to leave them, and it would hurt me if I knew that I'm leaving my dog at home for a few hours and they're like crying and really upset. I think they're fine for a few hours if they're trained, but still it would break my heart. And then puppies, I think, are like so much work, whilst kittens, I mean, they're playful and they like to destroy things, but you just, or at least that's how I remember it from when we had kittens, is like you put them in their litter box when you get them, and then, you know, they dig around a little bit and they're like, cool, okay, so this is where I do my business from now on, and they do their business there and you never have to, you know, worry about them peeing or pooping anywhere. Whilst with dogs, I feel like it's a long process to make them not poop or pee into your apartment or house, and I don't know, getting up every few hours to go outside with a dog. We also live on the 4th floor, so that would be even worse. So I don't know, if you have a puppy or had a puppy, let me know how long it took to potty train them. Is that even that's not potty training, is it? You potty train humans. What do you do with dogs? Grass train? Outside pee-pee train? I don't know. What do you call it? Let me know. I'm just a stupid German, you know. I don't know any of these things. But anyways, we are coming to an end pretty shortly. I am always surprised at myself for being able to just ramble for 30 minutes. I hope it was somewhat entertaining. I mean, I did have a lot of topics to talk about because we've been kind of out of touch, you and me, you know. I missed all of you guys. Also, if you're still here and you have watched my previous video, it was super nice to read everyone's comments. I feel like there have been so many of you commenting that you've missed the channel and videos and me, which was super cute, and I definitely missed it too. I missed being in contact with you guys on like almost a daily basis, I guess, and just rambling to you and having that interaction in my life. And I don't know, being creative with videos, I definitely missed it a lot, and I am so happy that I finally, you know, kicked my little booty and got back into making videos. I don't want to say that we're already back to the 4 videos a day? What? Oh my god, that would be crazy. A week schedule, because I don't want to overdo it, but I will try to slowly work my way back up to that. But until then, just give me some time, you know, to get back into the swing of things. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you liked all the CC as much as I did. And if you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. And I will see you all next time. Bye!
voices loving, searching for things unspoken. We can't hold this talking. Ooh, 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 oh, touch the